guys know a Liverpool fan, definitely make sure to go check in on them because they're not doing okay, especially after seeing the news that Xabi Alonso has rejected them and Bayern Munich to remain at Leverkusen for next season. Now, this does come as a bit of a surprise to me because if you watch my content, then you know that I predicted him to join Bayern Munich and manage them next season. Liverpool, I always knew he was going to reject them. They are not an attractive club right now. And why would any manager that actually wants to succeed join them? Because FSG are arguably the worst ownership group out of the big six. And Jurgen Klopp is a legend at the club. You never want to be the guy to take over after a legend leaves. It's kind of like if you meet a girl and she just tells you she got out of an 8-year relationship with her ex. Do you want to be the next guy she dates? No. You want to come in after that guy. You want to be the guy after the guy. You don't want to be the rebound. And that's what any manager that goes to Liverpool will be. And I'm telling you this right now, they will fail because the fans are going to still be annoyed that Klopp left. They're going to be mad. They're going to expect a certain style of football. They're going to critique everything that the new manager does. So it's going to be a very hard job, especially because you're going to have an ownership group that aren't going to back you. Klopp is arguably the greatest manager that they've ever had, and they barely backed him. They could have won so much more if they didn't mind spending more money. But every transfer window, Klopp has to come out and make excuses for why the board have not given him any money. So it's going to be a very hard job. And I'm telling you this right now. Liverpool are cooked. They are not going to be competing for the league next season. I think for the next few seasons, actually, they need to get used to competing for 4th, 5th, or 6th. That will be their level. Because I think after Klopp leaves, they will implode. So enjoy this last season with him. Because after this season, it's going to be poverty for you guys. I think Mo Salah's going to leave, Van Dijk, and let's keep an eye out on Trent Alexander-Arnold. We all saw those Real Madrid links, and his contract expires at the end of next season. So how come he hasn't signed the new deal yet? Liverpool are in trouble, and they need to figure out what they're going to do with their new manager very soon. Because why would players commit their future to that club right now? How could they go and talk to any summer targets or negotiate if they don't know who's going to be their manager? I've said it many times before, but Liverpool fans, get used to De Zerbi or Potter ball because one of those two will probably be your manager next season. It's not looking good for you guys. I tried to tell you, y'all want to say that I don't know ball. Well, I want to know how you feel right now because you guys were putting all your hopes and dreams into this manager and he's rejected you because you are not attractive at the moment. Klopp has gassed you guys up into thinking that you're something you are not. He's worked miracles at Liverpool. He's made most of your squad world class. Is the next manager going to be able to do that? I don't think so. So we'll see. But I'm predicting either Graham Potter or De Zerbi for Liverpool. Now, where I am surprised, really, is him rejecting Bayern Munich. As I said earlier, that's where I believe he would be managing at the start of next season. But I understand why he'd want to stay at Leverkusen. He's about to win the league. In his first season, he plays good football. They score a lot of goals, and they're sitting at the top comfortably. When's the last time a team not named Bayern Munich won that league? I can't tell you. Maybe 10, 12 years? It's definitely longer than a decade. So he's about to make history. And it's only his first year being their manager. So I think a move to a very big club would have been risky, considering that he's still a pretty new manager, right? But with Bayern Munich, I just thought it made so much sense because they already have the best team in Germany. You're going to be getting a squad that has Harry Kane, Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry, Jamal Musiala, Joshua Kimmich, all these other big-name players. And Bayern are a very attractive club because they have arguably, behind Real Madrid, the highest standards in world football. Like, if you're a manager, you'd still get sacked after winning the league because that's still not good enough. They expect to do that. That's a requirement. So you're always going to have a good enough team to win the league. You're going to also be a threat in Champions League every single season. And their board is going to back you. They're not going to mess around. Like, you guys see the reports about Alphonso Davies possibly leaving this summer, and they're already lining up his replacement in Theo Hernandez, who I believe is arguably better than Alphonso Davies. So they're replacing a world-class left back with a world-class left back. That's how Bayern move. So that surprised me that he rejected them. But with him staying at Leverkusen for one more season, I think we all know what this is. He wants to come to Real Madrid. He wants to be our manager. Ancelotti's deal runs out after next season. In 2025, that's when Xabi Alonso's release clause kicks into his contract. We know what he's doing here. And I think this is the right move for him. Now, he's taking a risk, though, because if Leverkusen next season fall off, and if they don't look good, and they're not really making any moves, who's to say that Real Madrid even come to look for him? But I think he's going to bet on himself. And we'll see. I think Leverkusen will play good next season. I do not think that they'll win the Bundesliga 2 years in a row. Absolutely not. But I do expect them to be top 4, compete in Champions League, play some good styles, and score a lot of goals. But I think it's just too soon for Xabi Alonso to make that move. It's only been 1 year. How many times do you see these young managers come onto the scene, play good football, score a lot of goals, and then it's like every big club in Europe are looking at them, and then they go to a big club and then they flop, right? So I think it's important to be patient here because your next move should be one that makes the most sense for you. And I think Real Madrid, any manager in world football, would want to take over the squad that we have right now. So I agree with the move in terms of him staying there. Let's see what you can do next season. Prove to us that it's not a fluke, and then we'll talk next summer. But Bayern Munich, they'll be just fine. I think they'll win the league next year, no matter who their manager is. And I think Liverpool, De Zerbi, or Graham Potter, get used to it. But, yo, get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Xabi Alonso staying at Leverkusen. Don't forget to smash that like button over to share, subscribe. I'm out.